And I think we started coaching from last October, and it has been half a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the differences are in the details.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for example, I started following more articles and company activities and also the activities from my connections on LinkedIn. So I'm actually using LinkedIn a lot more now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to read those news. And also, I found out sometimes it's when somebody else tagged my company, and then my company again liked that activity. So, which is quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm using LinkedIn a lot more often now. And I think I feel more comfortable contacting people.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter whether I get response or not, but I feel more comfortable reaching out to people.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there are some people where I contacted multiple times for different things, and the same person doesn't react to me. But I think it's okay. And I like a lot meditation, or let's say the idea behind meditation. I mean, sometimes I do meditation, but sometimes I don't really do the full cycle of meditation. But I mean, medication is now for me something I think of to calm down myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily I need to do those 2 minutes, but I'm just to think about meditation, and I think, oh, now I need to calm myself down, need to focus things. It's like a symbol,
That's cool.
self recognition and confidence. We talked about once that to reflect back what I have done throughout the day or throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I think the work never ends, because I mean, at least for me, the job load is quite heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of always feeling what's left behind, I mean, sometimes it's for self fulfilling to think about what we have done, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the biggest difference is coming from all those action items. But the biggest difference I can say that I feel that I'm more confident now
Mm-hmm.
and also more comfortable talking with people. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that is coming from confidence as well. So if you ask me what's the biggest difference, I would say about confidence. But the confidence comes from the other items.
Right.
Yeah. Gaining
Mm-hmm.
more confidence by exercising the other action items above. I like a lot using LinkedIn now. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's not only for making connections, but also following the latest news of the industries,
Mm-hmm.
because it's quite career oriented, and not only the industry which I am in, but also the industries of my connections.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, following a lot of news from the industry.
Right. Yes.
Mm. I think it also comes from confidence. I think a lot of things comes from confidence. Like I was talking with you once that I was giving presentation, and after a couple of practices, I feel that I'm not as nervous as I was when I was doing when I started doing the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is I was not as nervous as before, and second thing is I'm not afraid of questions anymore because I
Right.
mean if I don't know, I just don't know. Yeah, but
Exactly.
but yeah, but I think that also comes from kind of confidence and the practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you were saying that first task is to complete it, and then on top of that, if there's more energy and time, we have the time and energy to think about how to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I mean, I think that is quite helpful. And I didn't think in that way before. So it was like aha moment. Like the first is always to complete it. And
Mm-hmm.
then afterwards, it's the improvements. When we were talking about once speaking in the meeting or like being asked question in a presentation, and then you were saying that you don't need to be afraid because that actually the managers need us maybe the same as we need them as well, because I mean we are working, we're not just sitting here and relax.
Right.
And so we don't need to be afraid of anything, because if we're working there's nothing to be afraid.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm kind of scared and so on. It's again about when I'm asked a question in a meeting, and maybe I don't have a straightforward answer, or I don't have a quick answer. And then I can just simply say that I come back to you later and I will prepare a list and send to you. Yeah,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
it's very small tips, but it's very helpful. I mean, how to react to those situations.
Yeah. And how about on
And
developing your
mm,
executive presence? What else you did?
developing my executive presence, I think I did more presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you are saying that if you are in the meeting and you don't know how to participate in the meeting, and just type in the chat if you feel uncomfortable asking a questions, or the questions is not very well prepared, maybe just type in the chat, say something in the chat window to let people know that you are present in this meeting.
Yes, to be more
Mm.
visible in the meetings.
And for executive presence, once we also talked about that after I started doing more presentations, they contact me more when they face issues. They kind of consider me as point of contact for those relative topics.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is so. Does that count in executive presence as well?
Yeah.
Yes. I think we also worked on empowerment, because we talked about once that one of my colleagues was telling me that it should not be only me doing the presentations, and we should encourage the team members to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
One way is to let them take the ownership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And second is, they also have a desire to develop their executive presence.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so now what I'm doing is that I ask them whether they can present. Maybe 1 week, because we have this meeting once a week. So I ask them maybe 1 week in advance whether they can present a certain topic related to our project.
Mm-hmm.
I define the topic because I know what they're working on that week. So I just ask them whether they can present that in the next week's meeting. And almost 100% of them would say yes. If they don't have any appointment or so on, if there's no conflict of time, actually, they're very willing to show their executive presence as well.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That was aha moments that I was feeling demotivated, and you told me that I'm tired and burned and under
Stressed out.
pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. Once I was talking to you that I got promoted. I kind of don't know what's my next career goal. You said that you can talk to the person who is at the same level as I am, which
Mm-hmm.
is the aha moment to me, because
Mm-hmm.
I talked to the fresh graduates. Of course, we have different ideas and feelings about our career, but if I talk to the higher level, they're also at different phase of their career. So
Mm-hmm.
then I think, talking to the person of the same level as me, we feel more comfortable speaking out our true feelings. Also, could be that we share similar feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, career coach is someone who you speak with career, but I'm happy that I can speak about family and kids with you as well. Yeah, about my daughter, I like it when you were saying that. When you are work, just concentrate on work, but when you have kids, just you full presence with your kid as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I like it a lot. I think after that, because now the kita closes quite early, so I was taking her out for a walk, which is also time spending with the kid.
Yeah.
But just when you go out for a walk and you just enjoy the time with the kid and enjoy walking, don't think about the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it that about the work and kids. I think the most important is to be full present,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I'm doing. Something similar about the fully presence, because the last time when we were talking about that, when I was demotivated, that I was actually stressed out, it was because I don't have real pause. Because we were talking about that, even though I go for a coffee break, but then the team started the bing bing bing, and then I kind of, I didn't really enjoy my coffee break, and I like rushed back to see what's happening here. Yeah, that is this to be fully present. So when I'm with a kid and I need to be fully present with the kid, the same when I'm taking a break. A break has to be a break,
Yeah.
or else it's not sustainable. Maybe for
Yeah.
a short amount of time it's okay, but over a long time it's not sustainable. Mhm. There is a lot which I hope to maintain. I think basically I want to maintain all of them. So, for example, I want to maintain these multiple real poses during a day.
Mm-hmm.
Second is to be fully present at work and also with kids. And I would like to continue following on LinkedIn and building connections.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to build the executive presence and to establish a lead. What a lead should do. I think that is what we have discussed often as well. I should put it in the just to do more things consciously. I think that we have talked about a lot.
Yes.
Like we talked about that like a project lead, and previously I was just doing things like when I'm feeling that I should do this, and then I do that, but there were no planning and it was not done consciously. I didn't think what I should be doing to make it more efficient. I'm just doing it on demand. I mean, when I think I need to do it. But just to do it more consciously, there's a lot of things to be a lead consciously. For example, to ask the members proactively whether they need any help. Ask whether they need help or not, and to schedule meetings for progress, as we have talked about as well. And yeah, hold meetings. Yeah, check for progresses. And these meetings, I think we also discussed this meeting, for example, sync up meeting. Also, when there's someone new coming to the project, and then we have like a start, like a kickoff meeting. Yeah, I mean, for this meeting, I think we have discussed about it multiple times.
Yes.
And one more thing I like it is what was mentioned once, brainstorm meeting. Once we talked about that because now I don't see my boss so often during Corona times, and on Teams we talk about only daily work, daily activities, or like weekly. It's all about the project performance, but not much. How do you think about the job, and how do you think you can develop yourself? And I was talking to you that I talked to my boss that he said that we can have like a 1-to-1 meeting every 3 months, but we haven't done that. And he didn't ask. I need to ask him.
Yeah, he's not going to ask.
Yeah. That is, I need to put regular 1-to-1 meeting with my boss, which I'm not doing now. I want to maintain also meditation because it's really good exercise. And we talked about that when I'm having too much to do. Make a list. Making a list is what I'm doing now. But what's new for me is that first complete things. Instead of just thinking, oh my God, I have so much, just complete things before you move to the next one. And also before you get interrupted by something else, if it's not urgent, and then just finish what I have on the list. I think basically everything we have talked about is something I would like to maintain. Yeah. Not really. I think we brought up a lot of things in every session. Yeah, I think basically in every session we have, I mean, there were some aha moments and some insight and learning points for me. So I think the only thing which I think the last two questions are basically the same. What I'm missing is my next career goal, but I think that comes from me first. Then if I have some ideas about my next career goals, then I would need some guidance from you. But now even I myself don't have clear ideas, so I don't know how to bring it up.
That's
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.